Everyone who has done this trip has said that it is a complete disaster and that we should not do it.
Okay, we thought it was easy peasy, it isn't.
So now we're just waiting here until something moves.
We're Levi and Leah, a Canadian couple living out of our Toyota Prius to complete a road trip of a lifetime.
We left our apartment in the city to spend the next year circumnavigating North America.
In our last video, we showed you what it is like traveling around Mexico with my parents, who also happen to be in a Prius.
And this week we took the infamous ferry from Baja over to mainland Mexico, and it was quite an experience.
So we woke up with a dead battery after 4 days of camping here in Loreto. So up until this point, we have never had to worry about keeping the hatch open with the battery dying, but I guess we just pushed it too long this time. In most cases, you can stay multiple nights without any issues. That's what we've experienced, but yeah, apparently this is a thing that you have to consider. So we're gonna find somebody to help us jump this thing. Well, that was easy. Right there. Oh wow, thanks, Brent. Yeah. So we also just realized that when we closed the back of this hatch, we didn't do ourselves any favors because it's locked. And we can't unlock it because the electrical system doesn't have any charge. So now we're gonna have to somehow route the jumper cables like through the door and to the back where the battery is right here, which is kind of annoying. So I removed this back paneling here, and there is our battery. Now we've just got to connect this one to that one.
Connect the positive to the battery on your vehicle.
There it is. Woo! We're good.
Yep.
Wow, okay, well that's
Some birthday excitement.
birthday excitement.
Woohoo! So we are on our way downtown to check out apparently the celebration and parade for Dia de los Muertos.
So we're in La Paz, which is one of the biggest cities in Baja California. We wanted to be here for the celebrations because apparently this is one of the better places to be for this day in this region. So yeah, we're pretty excited. This is one of the things we've wanted to see. As soon as we knew we were coming to Mexico, we knew we wanted to do this. Dad has insisted that we
come to the Jacques Cousteau.
well, there you go, Dad. You got your moment.
There
he is.
He's smiling.
Okay, so after one failed attempt, we ended up at the wrong square. Now at the right square.
The right one now.
And yeah, this is definitely a little different vibe than the cemetery this morning.
Yeah, this is much more like celebration. It's like a farmer's market meets food truck and like music. It's beautiful.
The cemetery was a far more introspective and reflective experience. It's more so what I kind of expected Dia de los Muertos to be.
Now this feels like a celebration.
Yeah, this just seems
like the party.
Yeah, right. Like maybe North America kind of got their hands on this part of the celebration.
Yeah.
But it's fun. So this is kind of like a classic thing that I've seen everywhere, and I guess we gotta try it.
Elote
Street corn, baby. Elote antier.
Antier.
Sí, todos. Oh my god, this is gonna be so messy. I mean, it's covered in sauce and cheese, so how can you go wrong, really? Ah! It's so messy, it's impossible to eat like a normal person. Today we are going to be taking the ferry from La Paz in Baja California to the mainland of Mexico in Mazatlan. Everyone who has done this trip has said that it is a complete disaster and that we should not do it.
But I've done my research. I've done all my homework. I hope it is not that bad.
On the wrong way.
So we actually have to go through customs to get into Mexico because Baja California is actually kind of a different country in a lot of ways, from
It
what I
is.
understand.
I just gotta talk to the parents. We told them that we're together.
Okay, so apparently our paperwork is good. Now we are currently getting measured by this guy. We're getting the exact length of our vehicle because that will dictate how much we have to pay to put our boat on the car.
Let's put the boat on the car. Let's do it. Oh, so you're the operator? Yeah.
Hopefully my parents can get through this with their limited Spanish. Well,
Go left.
yeah, and there's like no signs that indicate.
I think
like,
he said to go to this building, and I think that's where we wait.
But there's got to be other people. Like, where are we supposed to go here? This is.
The ferry's over there.
Yeah, but there's
Ferry's over there.
trucks coming out of there.
Okay, let's find somewhere to park. Maybe just park over here.
Like, this
Yeah,
is a dead
that's
end.
so I think we gotta go the other way because that's where the ferry is.
Hey, Action Packer, what's up?
Trying to figure out which way to go.
Okay, we're gonna ask this guy. Hola.
Hola.
Ferry, Mazatlan.
Sí, su acompañante tiene que ingresar por la terminal, por favor. Caminando. Una persona nada más aquí manejando.
So apparently we can't go on as a group. Like only one person can drive on with the car. This is so chaotic. Like we are just sitting here in the middle of this random kind of like yard, and apparently that's the boat that we're going on, and there's like no indication of like when it's gonna leave or what the hell is going on.
He said we can park over there, and they're not loading until 3:30. Well,
Well, that was easy. So from what we understand, which is not a lot, despite buying a dozen tickets, getting 100 different passes, we've had to drive back out to go and get another one.
mi padre, mi esposo y yo compras boletos a Mazatlan.
What just happened? Did we
I
get
think
it?
so. We didn't pay extra. We're
Oh
just
my
getting our
God.
tickets. There
Wow,
we go.
look at that.
that.
Well done, Leah. Okay, so far from a seamless experience, we seem to have our passports stamped and everything kind of ready to go.
Right? We've printed our proper tickets, and because I was the one who originally made the booking, everyone's has my name on it first,
Which
and then their names.
It's a little nerve-wracking, but
A little scary.
hopefully it works.
So once we get on the ferry, we can't actually access the cars at all. So we want to make sure we have everything we need because it's a 12-hour ferry. We're going to be sleeping in the cabin. So we need to kind of organize ourselves before we go get in line.
Apparently only one person's supposed to be in the car when it goes onto the ferry, so Dad and I are driving. But that means that Leah and Mom are back inside, and we're loading the cars at 3:30. The boat doesn't leave until 7, so what we do in that time is completely unknown. I guess this is it.
Good luck.
Goodbye. Goodbye, guys.
Dodged my kiss.
Bye. So here's Dad and I lined up arbitrarily in what looks like just a parking lot. We're gonna line up here until 3:30 when apparently we're gonna board this boat. And then 4 hours later, apparently Leah and Mom are gonna join us. And until then, we really have no idea what's about to happen. Yeah, it is very brutalist in design.
No, Second World War-ish, I think is more like it.
So we just got Dad's ticket ripped. I guess you're going ahead of me. Okay.
No idea why.
All right, well, see you later, Dad. Turn on your radio, maybe. Okay, so Dad's going off ahead. We have literally no idea why, but he's going off without me. You know when you're...
This is modestly hairy in here. You got trucks and suddenly nobody's telling you what to do.
Are you confident in finding your way to the cabin? Dad, do you copy?
What's the...
Repeat. I think I lost him.
Did I text back? No. Okay, we thought it was easy peasy. It isn't. We need the paper, the printed ones that has a QR code. And I gave those to Levi, who's already on the boat, because you can only drive one person in the car. So he has printed copies. So I have to go print them again, go back through all of this. And I think there's 2 on there. I'm so glad. We're the organized ones. I thought one of us had them. Jean had the papers, thank God. I'm so glad. And now we're gonna climb the stairs to figure out where we need to go.
I'm entering the boat now. I am on the top deck here. I don't know if I see you. Un poco? Oh, it's good.
Hey, we made it. Let's go. Whoa. Off to cabin 49.
No cerveza, no tequila.
49, mi padre es juntos.
Okay, only one.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, this is where we're going to be staying tonight. A 4-bunk setup. Let's just see how this works. Look at that. Oh, that's freaking decent. Okay. Well, we're gonna be in here and on this boat for the next 16 hours.
Quick, take your gravel.
Okay, and this is our bathroom. Look at this. We got a full friggin' bathroom. This is actually way better than I was expecting. Oh, frig, it looks even better when you turn the light on. Look at that. which is rare.
Which is rare in Mexico.
So Dad and I are going for a little adventure to see what the deal is on the boat. It's actually nicer than I was expecting. This is crazy. So I guess this is where we're eating tonight. There they are. Oh my God, you guys. What the?
Yeah, we hit a close call, but it's okay.
Look, the gang's all here. We made it. Hey, there you go, guys. This is our home sweet home.
Our cabina.
Look at that.
Shoddy top bunk.
Are you happy we made it?
I'm so good. I'm so sweaty. You know I get sweaty when I'm nervous. Look at these cutie palapas with lights.
Wow, this should be fun. We'll come out here and play cards later.
Yeah.
So this is like the general seating area, which is another option. It's much cheaper, but we opted for the cabin because there's 4 of us and it has 4 beds. It just kind of worked out. It actually was cheaper that way, but this is what most people do. It's dinner time. Let's see what we get.
Tiempo por la cena.
Okay, wow, look at that. That looks pretty decent. Okay, okay. Perfecto, gracias.
So included in the price of our ticket, we get 2 meals. This is dinner. And I am very interested to see what we get for breakfast.
So it seems like there's some kind of karaoke thing happening now. Oh my God, we're getting like a live performance right now.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the family getting ready for bed. Got the whole gang in very close proximity to one another. Is this good? Is this safe? Okay. You have to do, oh my Lord. Oh my God. No.
How are you supposed to get up here?
Okay, guys, this is it. Good night.
Nice.
Good night, Leah.
Good night.
We'll see you in the morning.
The sleep was good, surprisingly. A little bit of boat movement sort of kept me awake, but otherwise, we made it.
Let's look at the view.
Apparently that's where we are.
So this is our breakfast. We each got a slightly different baked good and a bit of coffee with some powdered milk creamer. Not a huge win on the breakfast front, sadly.
This is for you.
Augmenting with bananas from the car.
And some pineapple.
All right, so we are currently docking in Mazatlan. We're about 2 hours behind schedule.
Right. Yeah, they said to arrive at 7, and I'm kind of like, you know, that seems bold. It's 9 now.
If unloading takes as long as loading did, we're gonna be here for probably another 3 hours or so. This whole process has to go out of one door, so now we just got to find our way to our car. And of course our car is at the very furthest end of this whole bay area. Oh my God. So now we're just waiting here until something moves, which could be a very long time. Well, we might not be the last people off the boat, but we're pretty damn close. There they are. Wow, that's a very good little pickup and drop-off spot. Look at that, how official. How many hours were we involved with that?
We got to the ferry terminal at 2:30. It is 10:30 right now. 10 to 10 would be 18 hours.
18 hours on the road.
That is what people said it would be.
That's crazy. And we were the most prepared you could possibly be.
Yeah, there was still some confusion.
Oh.
I would say if you don't speak any Spanish, no.
That would be a hard one.
That would be very hard. We speak very minimal Spanish, but even that got us through.
Holy shit.
Or bring Google Translate with you, team.
All right, so after we got off the ferry, we pretty quickly booted it up one amazing highway here to the mountains where we're staying for a couple of nights. But we missed out on a lot of details about that ferry journey that we think is important to share with you.
I think the first thing is to recognize that this ferry is an experience in good and bad ways, but it's gonna cost you a decent amount of money to do it. It will save you a lot of time from driving back up to Baja if you wanna go to the mainland, but you're paying for that convenience, an inconvenient way to be convenient.
So not only was it expensive, which we're gonna get to in a second, but it was also extremely complicated and cumbersome. Leah and my mom went through absolute hell to try and get this documentation together. Literally an entire day of running around, going to different offices, being told to go to different places to get everything in order.
My recommendation if you were gonna do a similar trip is to make sure you have copies of your passport, your immigration form that is stamped when you cross a border, make sure it's stamped, and copies of the owner documentation of your vehicle itself. You need copies of these 3 things in order to get your temporary import permit for your vehicle.
Now, the boat was surprisingly expensive.
For 2 cars, 4 people, and a cabin, we spent 18,000 pesos.
For those doing the calculations in your head, that is about 1,200 Canadian dollars.
Yeah. To be fair, the trip is about 12 hours of actual ferry time, but you are actually on that journey for well over 18 hours.
You do get a dinner included and a pretty lackluster breakfast.
Some cool entertainment.
And you are bringing your vehicle all the way across the ocean, which is pretty considerable. So if you are liking what you have seen on this channel, remember to subscribe. And if you do, then we'll see you every weekend on Saturday.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
That's Dad's underwear that he washed last night. Pretty frozen.
So the government of Canada has put a travel advisory on the state of Durango. They weren't very particular about where, but we're still gonna go there.
We are legitimately drawing stares, and it's not because I'm carrying this camera. I think it's because they just don't see a lot of...
It's because I'm so good looking.
Exactly.